It's the time to get down.
Hey, get ready for school. Turn that thing down. What the hell are you doing? Get your hands out of your pockets if you're not counting change. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for morning coffee. Good morning.
Good morning, man. What's up, dude?
Oh, man, it's Conspiracy Wednesday, and what a day with all the goings on in the world today. Hey, it had to be conspiracies. You know, Conspiracy Wednesday. So, Vic, I gotta hit what's going on in the Middle East. I gotta talk about all the things going on in Libya.
Okay.
You know, all about around Africa.
All right.
It's Conspiracy Wednesday.
Yeah. I thought it was Conspiracy Wednesday yesterday.
Yeah, it was kind of Conspiracy Wednesday yesterday. And we're continuing that theme, so I thought I'd wear an appropriate T-shirt. Hey, for everybody out there, it's time for Morning Coffee. You know the show that comes to you live and unscripted. Your glimpse into the world of neo-urban internet television. That's right. That's how we do it. Come on and join with us. Get your fruit, get your eggs, get your muffins, get that, get all that stuff you're having this morning. Those illegal Cubans, those unfiltered camels, that badass Cali. Whatever you're having this morning, come on, share it with us.
Oh, you know something? I just want to talk about sports, things that make people turn the TV. That's okay. I'm a sports fanatic. But we're going to talk about a legendary coach who may basically have to deal with something that's a life-changing circumstance. Surprises come up on that one. And we are featuring some hot picks, something that you won't have to take down into the dungeon. You ready for that, man?
Oh, man, but I like the ones I take down into the dungeon.
This is not helping. This is not helping at all, man.
It's that kind of a day. It's that kind of a day, man. And we got some more input from Mac McAllister as he weighs on Ted Williams. Remember the homeless man that got discovered?
Yes, I do.
And given all the radio opportunities?
Yes, I do.
Hey, well, Mac has something to say about him and give us some update on what's been going on in his world.
Oh, okay, good. I'm looking forward to that. You know, if it's anything else, tell me something good. You know what? I like everybody who actually got shaken up by that earthquake, 5.8 Mario. On the Richter scale over here in Southern Cal, what does that mean?
Hey, man, it wasn't anything like what we get. But, hey, gotta say that. That's one of the topics of the day, the East Coast earthquake. The East Coast rocks, you guys.
Yeah, it does.
And, man, they still, the good news, Vic.
Right.
No fatalities.
No, just some
no
car
serious
smashes.
injuries.
No, but they're covering it like big time. And I didn't realize something, dude. That they have a plate system. We have a lot of fault systems. So when when an area gets shaken up, it stretches to Canada.
Hey, we'll give you a little bit of a geological lesson today, and also a little bit of natural science.
Yeah.
As we talk about the East Coast earthquakes, where they were centered, and just what happened. Hey, let's just do what we came to do.
This.
Come on. BQ.
Oh, you get the last call on that one. That's okay. You get the last call. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's waiting for an earthquake to hit Southern Cal.
That's why, y'all. See, that's cold.
I'm just saying, we're waiting for the earthquake. We're waiting for it, right?
I'm worried about the earthquakes.
I'm waiting for it.
First of all, we have people in harm's way. See, Mac is up there on the dock of the bay. He's up there in Port Townsend, Washington, living with seagulls in the background.
Right.
So, there's repercussions, you guys.
Yeah.
There's repercussions for all this stuff. So, we're just getting settled in.
But see, you know what? I'm not wishing injury, maim, or death. I'm just saying we're waiting for a little shake. That's it. I mean, is anything wrong with expecting the obvious that's coming?
I ain't waiting. Even though, earthquakes have gotten so... I don't really get nervous or excited during them. A lot of Californians don't, because we've been through so many. I start to get nervous as it lasts.
Of course.
Because I remember I was in bed, my girl jumped on my back. And I was like, baby, we ain't dying in no earthquake. I got stuff to do. Really.
Right.
This is calling. I'm not dying in an earthquake.
It's not happening, man.
It's just not happening. But so a lot of us don't. We turn over and go right back to sleep. But when you don't have it like that, true. That's rough over there. And so it's been rough. So we want to at least start out the day by acknowledging that. Yeah. Give a shout out to everybody on the East Coast who's experienced what we here in California experience so often.
Yes.
And we know it's unnerving sense of helplessness.
Yeah.
that goes along with that.
Yeah, they actually had a protocol where they said, hearing the people interview, you can tell that they're not used to what the protocol is when the earthquake happens, you do not go down the staircase and out the building. So a lot of people are taking pride in the earthquake came, we got out of the building, we left the building, and says, see, there's something that says you're not supposed to do that, right?
You're right. But let me tell you something, you guys. See, those earthquake recommendations are based on acknowledging the average type of structures that people are in.
Right.
Let's say you're in an old-ass brick building.
You had to add ass to it.
Run your ass out as fast and as far as you can. See, the idea was that if you run out, you're subject to things falling.
Of course.
But if the building you're in is built like in 1920, 1930s, it may just shake to the ground.
How will people know that?
Well, they better get on it now. They don't know. A lot of places that had issues, Vic, that had even just the damage, were reporting that it was because of that they were old historical places.
Yeah.
The old historical buildings are always the ones that suffer the most.
True.
Because they're just, like brick upon brick.
Right.
Don't have that same foundation.
True. No, I agree.
But that's one of the things today. The East Coast, the rocking with the earthquake, and also the ongoing things in Libya. We're going to be talking about that. What's going on in Libya? Yesterday we touched on. If you want to check that show from yesterday, like Vic said, there's a little hint of conspiracy yesterday, as we talked about the carving up of Libya for the oil.
Yes, sir.
Countries lining up with that aid. Y'all know how that aid. That aid goes. They line up to carve up the oil in Libya. We covered that yesterday, but we're going to get into some more things today. Even though what happened was, Dick, I had to adjust what I was talking about this morning slightly, because we do it based on what's in the news. Let me tell you what things we could talk about. There's a piece about the feds gave the banks $1.2 trillion.
Okay.
In a bailout during the 2008 crisis, something that was kind of on the down low. But they reached into public funds to do it. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
We'll talk about this anonymous, the organization Anonymous. They've been continuing with their movement and actions against BART up in San Francisco.
Right.
Well, this week they had more crazy stuff, and it actually got violent.
Oh, okay.
So I'll mention that.
Okay.
I looked at a quick piece that said that the D.C. quake also turned off 2 nuclear reactors.
Yeah, I saw that report too. They actually did a shutdown. The area, the epicenter, is so close, man.
We'll hit on that because interesting piece. But we weren't. I wasn't ready for that. Now, on the regular side, what I already had lined up today with the good news, bad news for Wednesday. Let me go put it up here. Where's my tab? There you go. Oh yeah, of course. I had I was following up on the whole issue of the starvation. Can't let that go away. There are a lot of very passionate people in the blogosphere that are working hard to keep this in the news about the starvation problems in Africa right now. So I got to work along with them. Got to, just watching them and how diligent they are. We want to do our piece, too, to talk about the ongoing starvation problems in Africa. And then some footage of the UK rioters.
Okay.
Shooting at the police as America responds to London riots and the English begin to embrace U.S. policing styles.
Okay.
Wow. So that's some of the stuff we're going to talk about today. It is Conspiracy Wednesday. Vic, what about you?
Well, I'm just going to sit back and wait for our we have gardening taking place right now, so probably right during the sports we'll hear the fan blower as I give my nice in-depth sports report. So I'm gonna cover a little basketball. I'm gonna cover is there a possibility that the soccer impact, since it is global, how long will it take before it hits the U.S. as a mainstream sport? And we're going to talk about also some hot picks. I always want to sit there and show our support and hopefully add some quality to showing what we call women who are less clothed. I know everybody says, well, you're not showing the fashion. I said, well, try to find somebody who's basically not in physical condition demonstrating fashion as a mainstream. So we just start off in a different direction. So I'm going to bring you some of that, man.
That sounds like some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, come on, y'all. It's that time.
I know it is, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. That's right. You are witnessing the unveiling of neo-urban internet television because people continue to call, write, and ask us just what the hell is this? Listen, it is what it is, but we're kind of unsure ourselves because what happened was I designed a platform that allowed me to broadcast video all over the internet and use a scheduler. I adapted radio station software. And I was playing around with this. As many of you know, I'm a techie from the old days. That's the Pack Stereo previous indie music label and all the other stuff we've been involved in. But this was the latest thing, the latest incarnation. But once again, when you're working on things like this, one day you look up and find you're working alone. I needed help. So I turned around and looked to the people that I could depend on. Didn't have to look far. There was not a whole lot of contenders. Embraced with Victor Allen, who came on board. And together we took and morphed what was initially just a design, some software, adaptations, and an intent. And we started to create what we call neo-urban internet television. Hey, but guess what happened? We had no shows. And neither Victor nor I were on-air personalities of that type. We had never done anything like that, never having worked within the entertainment industry. But we decided to create shows because we had to populate our own platform. That's right. And so Morning Coffee was born because I got up in the morning and read the paper and looked online and looked at the news. Victor was into the sports. He also was up late at night looking at girls on the modeling sites. That became Hot Picks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2.87 million views later, we became convinced that maybe we were onto something. Thanks to you. Still, we're pushing this platform because we want you to know the revolution is coming. Personal internet television. Watch for it. You heard it here. We designed our own version of the platform. It works on a small computer, an inexpensive computer. That means you, your friends, the artists you know and love can have their own internet televisions. That's our goal. To see all the music artists and all the individuals that we enjoy, we want to see them have their own internet television channels, and hence, this is Pack Stereo TV, the experiment, and you're watching the revolution in progress as Victor and I experiment with the idea of broadcasting to you live. And let me tell you something. We're going out right now on all the major platforms simultaneously. Live stream, Justin TV, Ustream. It's everywhere you can get us. I'm telling you, and there are no cameramen, no audio or sound technicians. My buddy over there is working 2 video switchers live on the air. I'm working 7 PC systems. Man, this is multitasking on steroids. But hey, most important, did you know you can go to packstereo.com, our sister site to packstereo.tv, join up, make your own profile, and promote yourself? Remember, while you're looking at us, we're looking at you. We're going to feature our friends, our associates. I got you. Y'all know me. I know you. I'm going to get you on Pack Stereo TV. Just get the videos ready. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to do it because you are part of this revolution that we call neo-urban internet television. You are part of it. It is us. It is we, you. And remember, we too, because we love living the dream and doing the impossible. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Whew. All right, I had to get that out. Now, I got some announcements to make. First of all, it is Wednesday, August 24th, 2011, and every week we have a slogan. It's one of those things I do. And this week the slogan is by Gandhi. And the slogan is, and I quote, "The earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed." All right?
Yeah.
That's all week long. That's been our slogan, you guys.
That's right.
And Vic, I got some announcements. First of all, new episode of Create Your Label. Those of you interested in creating your own internet television channel, create your own label. Series being revived, making more time to get it done. So the first episode of Create Your Label is up there. Go on YouTube. You can search it. You know, we have so many online YouTube accounts for the shows, different enterprises.
Right.
But go on there and get a look and Create Your Label. I think you're going to like it. Good show, talking about doing top 40 remakes and how that can make you money. Information and advice for your band, your group. Go on and take a look at that. We also told you that Kristen Commodore is going to be here, Eddie Gray, Tuesday, August 30th, live in studio concert, performance. Come see it, come see it, come see it. Hey, some of you look out, you're going to be made into chat room moderators. We're working on that. What do you get to do? You get to be in charge of the chat room when we ain't there. You can be in charge of the chat room when we there. Say, just another job, I know. That's because we care, we know you do. So don't be surprised if some of you in the chat room start seeing yourself set up and changed to be moderator, given moderator status. That means when you see people acting up, you are the official Pack Stereo policemen and women. Love that, don't you? All right. A little weird, a little weird. Okay, let's see. Now, gotta do this, Vic.
Oh yeah, good question. Somebody came in. Somebody named Vic says, "How much does a moderator get paid?"
Oh man, it's paid in love.
That's what I figured. See, that's what I'm saying.
It's all paid in love.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And you know what? And you know, when you moderate, what we do is we look at the people who are regulars. But you know, when you need something promoted, when you need a little something going for you, you know, we'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there. We'll be there. We'll send you some promotional aids.
Yeah, see, like I said,
I still haven't sent out the last promotional aids we bought. They stuck in the in-room.
I know.
Man, I'm behind. But okay, you guys. But listen. I gotta acknowledge some of the mail that's going out there because people really, Vic, are coming out of the woodwork to respond to the passing of Nick Ashford.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nick Ashford. You know, one half of the legendary songwriting team, Ashford and Simpson. Wow, and people have really been talking about it. So I wanted to read some of the notes that came out. And also to let you know that there's a special piece on it, I guess, at EURweb.com.
Yeah.
You know, Lee Bailey, they do it. You always give our props to Lee Bailey and EUR.com. Okay, EURweb.com, because they're the ones that help us get started. Thank you, Lee, always for embracing us and incorporating us into those opportunities. He's been over here a number of times. We want to get Lee back on the show. I was even thinking we should invite him back to come on the show, Vic, to talk about the ongoing changes at EURweb.com and how he's interacting and the issues with the new media technology that's challenging all of us.
It was challenging us back in the 80s. We didn't know
it was back in the 80s. Well, they are doing a special piece on Nick Ashford. Now, let me read to you from Smokey Robinson, and I quote, "The world has lost another great talent, and I have lost another great friend." That's Smokey Robinson. From Barry Gordy, "I am shocked and saddened to hear about the passing of Nicholas Ashford. He, together with his wife Valerie Simpson, wrote and produced some of the most unique and memorable songs in the Motown catalog for some of Motown's biggest artists, such as Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's You're All I Need to Get By." Remember that, you guys? They were most responsible for the great hits of Diana Ross's solo careers, including one of my favorites, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which became Diana's signature song. But more importantly to me, Nick Ashford was an all-around beautiful human being. Nick will always be a great part of the Motown family and legacy. I send my love and deepest sympathies to Val and his children. I will remember his warm smile, his great heart, and the wonderful songs he left us with. Despite my personal sorrow, I know we will be celebrating his life forever. Barry Gordy. Very good. All right, Barry. Lamont Dozier also commented, and I quote, "I am deeply saddened by the passing of Nicholas Ashford. He was an incredible talent and a dear friend. I will miss you, Nick." All right. Sherry Payne. Remember her?
Yeah.
Okay, for Supremes. "I'm so glad I had this photo taken with Ashford and Simpson. We were on the same show several years ago. Such a great talent. Such a tremendous loss." Dead at 70, Nick Ashford, you all.
Sad loss.
I found one last one, you guys. From the songwriting team of Kenneth Gamble and Leon Huff. Now, you know we love them, you know. And Gamble and Huff, and they were talking about their colleague associates. And let me quote from what they released. It's a joint statement from the legendary R&B production team of Kenneth Gamble and Leon Huff. "Nick Ashford was truly one of our favorite songwriting colleagues and producers. He and Valerie Simpson had a major impact on Gamble and Huff's songwriting career, as Nick was responsible for producing a song we wrote, I'm Gonna Make You Love Me, with Motown. I did that in the talent show in the 8th grade with a group of people. I did. I didn't know that. We also worked with Ashford and Simpson on Is It Still Good to You, which they wrote for Teddy Pendergrass, and they did an excellent job. We're longtime admirers of Ashford and Simpson as one of the greatest songwriting teams ever. Nick was a multi-talented artist, and he will be truly, truly missed by both of us." All right.
Yes, sir.
So we had to do that, you guys. We wanted to acknowledge that that piece.
Well, you just basically trying to give out your respects at the same time for somebody who impacted you at a young age all the way through this lifetime journey of music you were involved in. That's the reason why you're here right now is because of the music. I mean, that's started your whole journey.
That's right. I mean, for me personally, I have to say, initially with Valerie Simpson, it was the song Silly.
Right.
Silly.
Right.
Which came out in what I think it was like 1974.
I'm not sure. I was born in
Boy,
77.
that's a while. But I've been following Ashford and Simpson, and actually, like many of you, I've been privy to many of their songs without really realizing that they were the writers.
Yep.
Again, they came together. The first piece I know was with Ray Charles, "Let's Go Get Stoned," one of the big hits. But as you can see, they've written for everybody. And again, our hearts go out, our prayers go out to the family.
Yeah.
Okay?
Definitely.
All right, you guys. It's time now